Hello everyone, this is Coach Cameron coming to you from another episode of On Deck with Coach Cameron. Today we're going to be talking about the 7 steps that you can use in your small business to double your small business sales in 12 months or less. Now I know that's a big call, but I do work with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs and I do a lot of this for them. I give them real strategies that they can use in their business that help grow their sales by optimizing their business, improving their marketing, training their salespeople. And what I find when I work with all different business owners and different industries is there's a common thread. There's commonalities that if people do these common things, they will get exponential results. So I'm going to share with you this morning 7 steps that I have defined as important for doubling your sales in 12 months or less. I've put together a little PowerPoint presentation for you so you can follow along, and please do take notes. This is episode 17. If you're watching this, thank you very much for tuning in. You can also find our episodes. This is episode 17. You can find our episodes on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, Google+, and all the usual places. Also iTunes. All you do is just search for hashtag On Deck with Coach Cameron. That's hashtag On Deck with Coach Cameron. If you'd like to send me some ideas or future episodes, like what content do you want to hear in future episodes, I get people to do that to me, and I'm happy to put whatever your request is into the episode. All you need to do is just go to Twitter. If you're a Twitter user, just look me up on Twitter at Coach Cameron. Follow me and I'll follow you back. And what I want you to do, just tweet some information to me or leave me a comment at the bottom of this video. And then I'll put your request into the next video. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. Just give me a sec. So here we go. There we go. We're up and running. Now, if you're listening via iTunes or SoundCloud or some other format where you're just listening to the audio version of this, I do apologize if you don't have a screenshot, obviously, but some people are watching and listening at the same time. So episode 17, let's get into it. The 7 steps to double small business sales in 12 months or less. Step number 1, you need to create some pain. And what I'm talking about here is you need to create some discomfort of where you're currently at. You need to look at where you're currently at, because if you're just comfortable with where you are now, nothing will change. You know what I see in the businesses that I work with and companies that I work with is that when someone or a company or a culture or a team gets to what I call a threshold where they've had enough, they don't want to keep continuing on with the same pace, with the same results, with the same sales. They reach a point, a threshold, a pain, a point, a level of discomfort where they're unhappy, they're unsatisfied with their level of success and the level of results that they're getting in their business. So when you reach the right level of pain, you will be motivated to do something. Because the truth is, if you've ever studied any type of motivation, most people, and it's not true for everybody, but most people will do more to avoid pain than they will to gain pleasure. And many business owners and entrepreneurs fall under that umbrella as well. So you need to get to a place where you're dissatisfied, not complacent, dissatisfied. You see, if you're just complacent with where your business is at now, not much will change. You won't do the next 6 steps. You won't make the change. You won't make the calls. You won't, change your sales. You won't get more customers. You won't put the lead generation systems together. You won't change your culture. You won't improve productivity in the workplace. You won't step up as the leader, okay? Because you're not in that place where you haven't reached threshold. You haven't reached that point where you say to yourself, enough is enough. I've had enough of where I am and I want to change. I want to make things better. I want to double more sales. I want a different lifestyle. I want financial freedom. You need to get to that place, and you need to make it real, and you need to make sure that, you know, it's painful for you to think about it. And so you need to create some pain and discomfort. Now, the best way that you can do this is just put it down on paper. Get a sheet of paper out, get a whiteboard out, get a flip chart out, and write down all the things that you're, you know, uncomfortable with, all the things that you're no longer willing to put up with in your business, all the people you're no longer willing to put up with, you know, as a part of your business, and whiteboard them out and create like a pain board, if you like, you know, for one of a better phrase, and put it all up on the whiteboard, and then find out, you know, you get it out of your head and just do like a data dump from your head to the whiteboard of all the things that you're no longer going to stand for. You know, you're going to stand against these things. You're not going to, you know, you're not going to be putting up with them anymore in your business. You've had enough. You've reached that point. You've drawn the line in the sand, and you've said, that's it. Enough's enough. I'm no longer going to put up with this behavior from, you know, certain team members. I'm no longer going to put up with only having this much money in my business. I'm no longer going to put up with, you know, people who screw me down on deals because I don't know how to negotiate. I'm no longer, you know, whatever it is for you, get it out of your head and put it up on the board, and create a massive amount of pain for you to, you know, take action on. Now, the next one that we're going to lead into, step 2, is to make a decision. So and these are steps. You need to do these steps in this order. It won't work if you mix up the steps. You know, it's like as if you came to me and you train for a marathon, you know, or you're getting a coach to train you for a marathon. You know, it wouldn't make sense for them to teach you how to sprint if you can't jog. You know, it wouldn't make sense for them to teach you how to do heart rate sets and hill training if you can't even run 3 kilometers in a straight line, you know, without getting puffed. You know, if you've never run before, if you can't even run a kilometer, what's the point of giving you 10 hill repeats? Can you see? So there's steps to success, and these are natural steps for your business to double its sales in 12 months or less. So after you've created the pain and you've put it on the whiteboard, you've done the data dump, you need to then make a decision. You make a decision. What is going to change? What are you going to do? And you know, make a decision over the things that you've just put on the board. Okay, so you're unhappy with productivity. All right, what decisions are we going to make to improve productivity? You're unhappy with the culture in your workplace. What decisions are we going to make today to change the culture of our team, or our people in our team, our business? Make a decision. Like if you're unhappy with the sales people's performance, what decision are you going to make today as the manager, the leader of your organization? What decisions are you going to make that's going to change the results your salespeople are going to get? If you're dissatisfied with the amount of money people are paying for you for your products and services, what decisions are you going to make that's going to make that change? And at this point, when you make the decision, it's important in each of the areas that you're making these decisions in, it's important that you don't try and figure out the how. At this point, you just want to know what you're going to decide to do. Okay, you don't want to figure out how you're going to do it. So if you want to change the culture, don't try and figure out how to change the culture at this point. Just figure out what you want to do, right? Make a decision, make that first decision, that first step. All right, so after you've made the decisions, that leads on to what I just said. Take your first step. Now, if you wanted to improve your salespeople's performance, and you've made a decision that you're going to do that, you're going to help your salespeople increase their conversion rates by 45%. If that's the decision you've made, what's your first step? You see, don't unpack a whole 20 things to do that that your team or you can't do over the next 12 weeks or the next 90 days. Just do one step. So if you did want to increase the conversion rate of your salespeople, and that's the decision that you made, what's the first step to increasing their conversion rate by 45%? If you wanted to help your people in your team negotiate better deals, what's the first step to helping them negotiate better deals? If you want to, get a better price for your products and services, what's the first step that you need to take to get a better price for your products and services? If you wanted to change the culture of of your business and the way that people interact with each other and carry themselves in your business or your organization, what's the first step to changing the culture in your business? If you're unhappy with the way you're leading your team, what's the first step to change your leadership in the team? What's the first step that you need to do to step up as a leader, to change as a leader? Hey, maybe you're feeling a bit burnt out as a business owner. Well, what's the first step that you can take to prevent further burnout? What things can you put in place? What's the first step that you can put in place to avoid becoming even more burnt out and buggered and busted than what you already are? If one of the decisions or sales over the next 90 days, maybe that's too far-fetched for you. Let's say maybe one of the decisions is to, increase your sales by 30% in the next 90 days. What's the first step that you need to take to increase your sales in the next 90 days by 30%? Okay, so figure out all the first steps. So here's the process so far. You've created some discomfort. Now, after the areas of discomfort, you make a decision on each of those areas. After you've made the decision, you go, okay, I'm going to take action and I'm going to take my first step. Okay. Now, after you've done that, then what you need to do is form some new habits. So you know what the first step is. You've understood that. You go, okay, great. This is the first step I'm going to take. What you need to do is, what are some new habits that you need to form? So if we're talking about the culture of your workplace, what are some new habits that you and your people need to adopt on a regular basis when you come into work in the first thing in the morning, when you set your agendas for your meeting? What are some new habits that you need to form? If you need to negotiate better deals with the people that you're dealing with, your suppliers or your competition, or whoever you negotiate with, your prospects, what new habits do you need to form to be better at negotiating? If you're wanting to close more deals, what do you need to do as a team, as a sales team? If you want to help your salespeople increase their conversion rates by 30% over the next 90 days, what new habits do you need to instill into your salespeople so that they achieve that goal of increasing their conversion rates? As the business owner, if you do want to increase your sales yourself over the next 90 days by 30%, what new habits do you need to form? Do you need to go to bed earlier? Do you need to get up earlier? Do you need to work harder on your business versus in your business? Do you need 30,000 foot view down into it to see what's going on? It's almost the way I describe it to my clients. It's like, what you want to do in your business is it's like you're jumping out of a plane with a parachute on. And as you're floating down to the ground, that's your business on the ground, and you've got this 30,000, 40,000 foot view from the air of your business, and you're looking down, floating down with this parachute, and you can see all the things that are going, right and wrong in the business that you can't see when you're at ground level. You see, most business owners operate at ground level. They never get the 30,000 or the 40,000 foot view of their business. And so, you need to form some new habits. Maybe part of that is, for you to get higher and for you to have that, that opportunity to have that parachute view of your business. Okay, step number 5, get a mentor or coach. No successful person on the planet has ever achieved success by themselves. It doesn't matter whether they're in business, they're an entrepreneur, what area in life they are successful at. I guarantee you one thing, They have got success through the help of others. And so what you need to do, you need to seek out a coach or mentor who can help you achieve success. Someone who has the runs on the board, someone who is already helping other people get the right results in the areas that you're looking for. So if you wanted to increase your sales, you would look for a coach or mentor who is already helping someone increase their sales. If you wanted to improve your digital marketing or your negotiation skills or your conversion rates, you would look for someone who's already doing that, for other people and doing it quite well. So get a mentor or coach who can help you achieve the results. Now, it's important that you get a mentor or a coach because A, they can help you, but B, and probably more importantly, is that they can provide you with some accountability. You're now going to have to check in on a regular basis. And if you didn't do your work, didn't achieve your tasks that you told them that you were going to do over the next 90 days, you have to face up to someone else. You're now accountable to someone else other than yourself. And I know a lot of the business owners that I work with, a lot of my clients, they really appreciate the accountability that I bring into their business. Because, if they say to me, look, over the next 90 days, I want to, increase my sales by 25%, and we work out the strategies together, and part of those strategies is some of the things that they have to do in their business, and they have to work with their teams and systems they have to employ, at ground level. Well, if they don't do that and they come back to me in the next 90 days, well, clearly they've stuffed up. They haven't done what they said that they were going to do. So having a coach or a mentor is like having someone that's going to keep you accountable. Just like you see the football coaches on TV, training high school, college, and university football teams, gridiron teams. The coaches are there and they're making them do the drills and they're making them run up and down the field and they're making them, tackle each other and hit the bags and, they're pushing them. They're making their athletes and their teams uncomfortable. No one wants to train that hard. We'd all like to do it easy, but a coach is there to encourage you. A coach is there to push you, and a coach is there to make you uncomfortable. So don't go and get a coach that's just going to, make it all sunshine and roses, that's going to paint a pretty picture, someone who'll just hold your hand and tell you everything's all right. No. What you want is someone that's going to kick you in the ass, right? That's what I want in a coach. If I wanted to be great at something, I want someone that's going to kick my butt every day. I want someone that's going to push me and kick up the rear end if I'm not doing what I said I was going to do, and keep me accountable. And that's what I'd recommend for you as well. All right, step number 6, and this is important. You need to invest 25%. You'd get a great return from your training. You need to invest 2.5% to 5% of your total revenue in your business into training. So what type of training? Well, what I'm talking about here is training your people. So 2.5% to 5% of your revenue in towards training your people on improving their productivity, improving their psychology on performance, improving their psychology on success, improving their negotiation skills, improving their sales skills, improving the way they build relationships with people, their customer service skills. Whatever it is that your people need training on, and it's different for every business, we understand this, but you've got to make sure that you provide training that's going to help you thrive in any economic environment. Even though we live in a digital age, people still want to connect emotionally with real people. See, people don't do business with a computer screen. People do business with another person. People want to do business with other people they know, like, and trust. So with digital marketing, we create that, but we still, try and get the person into the business and all of that, through video and content and the words that we use, in the marketing mediums that we use. But at the end of the day, people want to do business with real people. And even it doesn't matter that the real person's, on a Skype call or a Hangout call or a podcast program. They want to do business with someone that's real, authentic, and they know that they can trust them. Now, if that's the case, and we know that people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust, you've got to train your people so that they can provide that trust. So they know how to build rapport with someone. So a lot of training should be based on how do you teach your people to develop relationships. You know, we're in this digital age, and the digital age is driven by what I call the relationship economy. And in the relationship economy, the new currency is trust. So in part of your training, whether it's sales training or negotiations training or customer service training or improving productivity or, you know, building the culture of your team, training should really be geared around building trust for the other parties that you deal with on a regular basis, whether they're prospects, whether, you know, however your business runs, only you know. But you want to be investing 2.5%, the 5% of your, you know, monthly or yearly, however you want to break that down, but 5% of your total revenue towards training your people, because it's your people that will allow your business to grow. If you don't develop the people in your business, you can't develop your business. So make sure you spend the time training your people. Okay, we're on the home run here. We're going to hit this one out of the park. Step 7, invest 80% of your time developing marketing systems. Now, again, this comes back to that parachute view. As you're jumping out of the plane and you pull that parachute and you're floating down to earth, you can see your business and everything that's happening in your business. Of your time when you're in the business developing marketing systems. You know, we live in the digital age. We live in a new economic climate. It's not like it was even 5 years ago. It's definitely not, business is definitely not like it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. And it's not even like what it was 5 years ago. And in the next 5, it'll change again, you know, and we'll have to adapt again. So what you need to do is be developing marketing systems that are going to support your business. And people say, well, what are marketing systems? Well, you know, like a system, a marketing system that will generate leads for your business. You know, if you're not getting leads into your business every week on a consistent basis without you doing anything, so it's not like you're out there cold calling, door knocking, or doing any of that, but, you know, every week, every day you open up your email or you get a phone call and someone said, I've seen your website, I did a Google search, I noticed you're on Facebook, I've seen you there, I've seen you over there. You know, the biggest challenge you have, and I'm diversifying a little bit here, but the biggest challenge that you have in the digital age as a business owner or entrepreneur is that you're not making enough noise. We live in such a noisy marketplace. Is, you know, the biggest challenge you have is you're not making enough noise. You're not getting heard. You're not getting seen. So you need to develop marketing systems that are going to make more noise. Lead generation systems, social media ads, social media lead gen systems, what are called invisible sales funnels, invisible funnels. So, you know, what do you have in your business that's, you know, invisible but visible to you, but the prospects don't see it, and all of a sudden they're in this invisible sales funnel, this sales pipeline. How can you automate your marketing? Marketing automation is the next hot thing for business owners, you know, to grow your sales and have more time off. Imagine if you had a system where someone clicked on a link, they got taken off somewhere else and, you know, got a whole different set of marketing sequences and marketing campaigns because they clicked a different link in one of your emails, or they went to one of your websites and downloaded a form and they got this marketing system that took them on a journey and nurtured them, you know, and rise them to the top of the sales funnel, you know, so you could generate more sales out of them. And as they clicked somewhere inside that campaign, they got taken out of one campaign and put in another. You know, maybe if it's when they bought a low-end product, as I was saying with the invisible sales funnel, they might have bought a product that's $47, and then all of a sudden they go into a campaign that's going to nurture them towards buying a product for $497. You know, do the numbers in your business. Maybe they bought a product that's $1,000, and then they get and go into a campaign that's going to nurture them and seed them and pre-frame a $10,000 product, you see? And that happens all automatically and systematically without you doing anything, right? Just because they clicked on something or bought something from you, they get taken out of one and put in another, and bang, you're making money systematically, automatically, and you've optimized your business. So please, consider how you spend your time. And, you know, when I say spend 80% of your time developing marketing systems. You might not need to be the marketing guru in your business. There's no need for you to do it all, but spend time developing that. So go and find someone who can help you do this stuff. Find someone who's an expert at marketing automation, digital marketing, Facebook ads, social media ads, Google AdWords, lead generation systems, landing pages. Find someone who's already doing what you want to do and work with them, and you spend your time working with them and they develop the system. So there's no need for you to become a marketing systems expert. You don't need that. But what you need to do, you need to be working closely in proximity with someone who can help you get those powerful strategies into play so that you can get the results that you want from these marketing systems. Okay. All right, well, that's a wrap. So there's the 7 steps to doubling small business sales in 12 months or less. Let me just go over them again. Number 1, create some pain and discomfort. Number 2, make a decision. Number 3, take your first step. Number 4, form new habits. Number 5, get a coach or mentor so that you can be kept accountable. Number 6, invest 2.5% to 5% of your total revenue back towards training your people. And number 7 was to spend 80% of your time developing marketing systems and marketing automation systems. Okay, well, that's a wrap for episode 17. Thank you very much for joining me on #OnDeck with Coach Cameron. I hope you've got a lot out of this video. If you have, leave me a comment under the video, give me a thumbs up, like it, and all of that sort of stuff. If you want to connect with me, I'm on Twitter @Coach Cameron. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Coach Cameron Roberts. Well, all the best with your success. Until next time, I'll talk to you really soon. Thank you.